What is up, you guys? This is James Cuellar from the University of Oklahoma Weather Lab, here bringing you your weekly regional forecast for Monday, September 9th, 2019. As we take a look at these headlines, summer is going to be hanging on for a lot of us across the country. We're going to be seeing those above average temperatures. We're going to be talking about areas that might be seeing some drought relief after some dry periods over the summer, and we're going to take a look at the tropics, particularly in the Atlantic. Now, moving on to our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, most of us will likely be seeing those above average temperatures, particularly in the eastern half of the country. We could see some below average temperatures sneaking into the northwest, but most of us will be seeing those above average temperatures. Summer will definitely be hanging on the next 6 to 10 days. In terms of precipitation, across the northwest, you have very rainy conditions that are expected for the next 6 to 10 days, and that might be a correlation with those cooler temperatures. For the rest of the country, really no discernible pattern. We could see some below average precipitation across the Rockies and some above average precipitation across the eastern portions of the country. But for the rest of us, we should be seeing about average amount of precipitation over the next 6 to 10 days. Now, our 8 to 14 day time scale, all of us will likely be seeing those above average temperatures, particularly in the eastern half of the country. And much of the same over here with the precipitation. That above average precipitation does back off in the northwest, but it's still there. But most of us could be seeing above average precipitation, actually, particularly across the south, whereas below average precipitation is expected across New England and in the Rockies as well. Looking at our drought, yes, so we do see some more drought development across Texas and Oklahoma, where we now have extreme drought. A lot of the other places across the country are seeing moderate drought conditions or abnormally dry conditions, and we're going to be seeing over the next 7 days, as we pull up this rainfall outlook, a lot of the northern states will be seeing a lot of rain, particularly in Minneapolis, or Minnesota, the Dakotas, Montana, and in the Pacific Northwest, as we mentioned earlier, could be seeing 2, 3, up to 4 inches of rain over the next 7 days. Some of these southern states could also be seeing some rain, especially across Oklahoma, western Texas, and southeastern New Mexico. We could be seeing that 1 to 2 inch amounts over the next 7 days. As we look at our September temperature outlooks, a lot of the northern states, once again, will be seeing those below average temperatures, much different from the next 2 weeks. We could be seeing a little bit of a cool down as we head to the end of September, but a lot of people who live out west need to be paying attention to those above average temperatures that are likely going to be taking over for the majority of the month, and across the southeast as well. As we take a look at our precipitation outlook, a lot of people will be seeing about average or above average precipitation. The highest chances for above average precipitation are going to be along the southeast coast. And as we take a look at our tropical outlook, we do have Gabrielle that is in the middle of the Atlantic. We also have 2 other disturbances, one across the main development region of the Atlantic Ocean that has a 40% chance of developing over the next 5 days. We also have another one that is north of the Leeward Islands. That one has a 20% chance of developing in the next 5 days once it moves into a more favorable area. For more updates on these systems, you guys can go to the National Hurricane Center for further updates on the strength of these systems and where they're going to go and what impacts they will bring. And that does it. Once again, this podcast has been brought to you by the University of Oklahoma Weather Lab, partners with the Southern Climate Impacts Funding Program. Make sure you guys catch us every single Monday on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. Have a great week, everybody.